guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Jeepers Creepers Reborn on Blu-ray. But before we do that, if you guys are into movie reviews, game reviews, and some tech along the way, then please consider subscribing because we do all that here. So Jeepers Creepers Reborn was released in 2022, directed by Timo Vuorensola. This is the first movie in the Jeepers Creepers franchise not directed by Victor Salva. So Victor Salva did 1, 2, and 3, and now this one has a new director. And now this is kind of a spiritual reboot. It kind of retells the tale of the original, and it just adds some new things and takes it in a different direction. So coming in at 88 minutes, Jeepers Creepers Reborn, it starts off with kind of the same events of the first one, where the couple's driving down the highway, and then the truck passes them. They see the truck on the side of the road at some abandoned house, and they're throwing what looks to be a body down a pipe. So they stop, they want to go check it out, and then starts to zoom out where it's coming off of a cell phone on a YouTube screen. And then we are in modern day where it started off, and the entire original was placed in like the late 60s, I think, 60s or 70s. So it kind of played a little fast and loose with the events of the first one. Now they're an older couple, and now they're missing, which basically is what happens in the first one, but it was more involved, and the first movie was all about them, where this one, it takes place in, I guess, a modern era where we have internet, social media, YouTube. So there's a couple. I think he's surprising her because he wants to get engaged. He wants to ask her to marry her, and she's pregnant and she hasn't told him yet. And they go to some horror festival where they win tickets to an escape room, Creeper style. Now the entire community and the world really at this point is aware of the Creeper, and it's kind of like a local legend, it's a myth, it's kind of like a Bigfoot thing where there's some found footage of it, and you don't know if it's real, you can't really tell if it's real, it doesn't look, it's not like 100% hard evidence that this thing does exist, but it's one of those type of deals. So they win tickets to this escape room where obviously they get trapped, and then the whole movie unfolds from there. Now, main character Lane is pregnant, and the Creeper has his sights set on her. He wants that baby for some reason. I think it's because he gets more life out of it because he's got to feed to stay alive and to get stronger. So I'm assuming that he wants the baby because he gets the most years out of that, or the most time, or the most power. They didn't really say exactly why. Very interesting the way they did it. The Creeper didn't always have like supernatural powers. Well, you know, maybe he didn't have the so there was a lady at the souvenir shop where they went to, and now the Creeper kind of has like a cult following now, it seems like, which also I didn't really love. But now when they went to get directions from this lady at the souvenir shop, when she touches Lane's hand, she kind of sees into her future where this baby is being sacrificed to the Creeper. That's why the Creeper's after her. But without spoiling too much, they end up in this house, locked in this house by the cult that kind of helps out the Creeper. And, you know, it's up to them to survive or be killed. You know, they either have to kill the Creeper to survive because there's not really a way to get out. There's no one coming to help them. They tried calling the police and they didn't think it was a real call. They thought they were on drugs. That's kind of the direction they went with this. You know, I can't really explain too much more about the ending without spoiling the hell out of the movie. But if you're a fan of the franchise itself, if you're a fan of Jeepers Creepers, it's worth a watch. I really do like the first 2 movies a lot. The third one is okay. So it's really a toss-up between 3 and Reborn on which one is better, because obviously part 1 is the best, part 2 is right behind it, and then it's really a toss-up between 3 and Reborn because there's a lot of liberties they took with 3 also, as far as like psychotic powers and like supernatural powers that he had, where he was just this monster in the 1 and 2. Overall, it was a strange movie. You know, it wasn't the worst thing ever. It's not a complete waste of time. It's definitely worth a watch, but don't expect what we got out of part 1, part 2. Just expect more of a part 3. So if you liked part 3, so maybe there's something here for you. I didn't love it. I probably would give the movie, I'm gonna go 5 out of 10. Now, one thing I did notice with this must have had a pretty low budget, because most of this movie looks like it was done in front of a green screen. Not good either, you know, and there was a lot of CGI, and the CGI was definitely not great. It wasn't up to par, and the scenes in front of the green screen, which was like almost 75% of the movie, it seemed like, it just didn't look great. Just normal scenes where, like, I guess didn't have a spooky woods or a spooky house or something that they had to put in front of a green screen for some reason. It looked okay, you know, they used okay cameras, but I think the big downfall of this was all those green screen shots, because it really kind of does take you out of it, and you can just clearly see it's in front of a green screen. And again, the CGI is just, it wasn't very strong CGI. So yeah, I think it was kind of had a low budget. There was no actors I recognized in this movie. I guess they used it all on the CGI and those green screen shots. They really took you out of it, and it's a shame, because I was pretty excited for this movie. Again, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I'll probably rewatch it next year or something when I do a Jeepers Creepers rewatch. But again, it's just okay. You know, okay at best, depending on how much you like this franchise and the story. But let's talk about the Blu-ray release. So this was released on Blu-ray on November 12th by Screen Media. This might have been on a streaming service. I'm not entirely sure. This was my first time seeing it, was when I picked up the Blu-ray. When I first popped it in, the beginning scenes where it's supposed to be in like the 60s, it looked a little blurry or washed out. It didn't look great. I thought the color was a bit off. I was like, this is not really a great Blu-ray. But then when they went to the modern day, modern time, it definitely cleared up a bit. I'm not sure if that was by choice, but I just noticed the first couple of minutes of the movie did look a bit different than the rest of the movie. But where it really falls apart for me is with the green screen stuff and the CGI. So, you know, I don't think a 4K would have helped this at all. I think a 4K would make this worse. So I'm kind of glad it only had a Blu-ray release at this point. You know, visually it's not stunning. It is just, I'm gonna say it's just a basic Blu-ray. It is a high-def version of the movie. It's definitely better than a DVD, and it's definitely better than no physical copy at all. So I'll tell you that. Not the worst thing I've ever seen, but don't expect a Top Gun Maverick or a visual showpiece. As far as audio goes, where it does shine is the audio track. It has got a 5.1, so it did sound good as far as the audio goes. It did make some good use of the rear speakers. It made some good use of the subwoofer. Overall, I think it sounded very, very good as far as the audio went. Again, the visuals is where it kind of hurts, only because of the green screen and the CGI. Overall, I would give this Blu-ray release probably a 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10, and that's not including the movie itself, which I would give a 5 out of 10. So, movie itself, 5 out of 10. The Blu-ray release, 6 out of 10. You know, I think the audio is really what saved it here. This does not have a 4K release, but I think what really hurts it is those CGI and the green screen stuff. But if you can look past that, maybe I would say this is a B movie almost. You know, I don't think this got a theatrical release. Somewhat of a dying franchise, unfortunately. I think Jeepers Creepers 2 was the last good one in the franchise. But again, I'm glad that we got something and they tried again. And I'm glad to have a physical release. But if you guys want to add this to your collection, we will put an Amazon affiliate link down in the description if you want to pick up Jeepers Creepers Reborn for yourself. It's definitely worth a watch if you are a fan of the franchise, but just don't expect anything amazing. Expect what Jeepers Creepers 3 was. But until next time, guys, have a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Monday, and that means it's time for the Digital Code Giveaway. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. It's Monday, and that means it's time for us to spin my magic wheel and pick 2 winners of this week's Digital Code Giveaway. For everyone who's new to the channel and they just happen to be catching the end of today's video, we do this every single week. You come to Friday's video, Matt or I will ask you guys 2 questions. All you have to do is answer one of those questions in the comment section below, and you're automatically entered into our Digital Code Giveaway. And then you come back to Monday's video, which is this video, we spin this magic wheel. We usually pick 2 winners, and those 2 winners have their choice of the digital codes that you have seen on your screen before you today. And this week we asked you guys, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie and what is your favorite MCU movie? It took until almost last night for somebody to pick my personal favorite MCU movie, which is Thor Ragnarok. And I know that doesn't have the highest of implications in comparison to like Avengers Endgame or Infinity War or even Civil War, but I personally just love the comedy in that movie. Taika Waititi did an amazing job, and that's finally where Chris Hemsworth really found the role of Thor. He found that perfect balance of comedy, action, taking itself too seriously or not taking itself seriously at all, like kind of like with Thor Love and Thunder. And this was the perfect balance of all that. I love Thor Ragnarok. And then my personal favorite Jim Carrey movie is Dumb and Dumber because I think it is the greatest comedy of all time. But we had a lot of picks for The Truman Show, which I think is an awesome movie and really did show that Jim Carrey really was an actor that should be taken seriously. And then a few years later, we got Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I think is probably his best performance overall. But The Truman Show is also great. I really do love that movie. When I finally caught up to The Truman Show, I was blown away by it, so I could totally see why that would be anyone's favorite Jim Carrey movie because it really is a great movie. And again, it balances that line between comedy and drama. But enough of me rambling on. Today we're going to spin this magic wheel 2 times and we're going to pick 2 lucky winners. First wheel spin coming up. James, congratulations, James. James, we're going to remove your name so we can do the second one. John Doe Juggalo. Congratulations, James and John Doe Juggalo. You guys both deserve this week. Congratulations. And James has been entering since the very beginning when we started doing the digital code giveaway. We have almost 50 names on the wheel now. James was entering when we had 5 names on the wheel. So it's really cool that James finally got his first win with all these names after playing for so long. Congratulations, James. I'm really happy you won. John Doe Juggalo, I know that you just started entering into these digital code giveaways. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And everybody else who has entered in the digital code giveaway, we really appreciate you guys entering. It does mean a lot to us that you come here every week and enter this. We really just appreciate the conversation about films in the comment section below and finding out what films you guys all like and just seeing the difference in everyone's opinions. It's awesome. So please come back to this Friday's video where we'll do the same thing. And all you got to do is answer one of those questions to enter into next week's digital code giveaway, and then you have a shot at next week's digital code giveaway. And for the winners, this is how this works. You can either direct message us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or you can always email us at letstalkentmt@gmail.com. Let us know which digital code you want. As long as the other winner didn't take it, that digital code is all yours. And again, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate all your support. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then when you're done with all that, go out and tell all your friends.